morning lads, happy Tuesday, welcome back to my channel once again. Hope your week's been going good for you so far. I woke up this morning to my Discord going rage over a certain TikTok which was posted in the archaeology section. If you would like to see the whole conversation, join the Discord. Somebody on TikTok is claiming that they have found a unicorn skull in their back garden. I want to talk about this. I want to have a proper reaction conversation about this because I've done some research and no big archaeological body has talked about it yet. It's only like Lad Bible and weird internet sites that have talked about it. I'm a 4th year archaeology and ancient history student, so I feel like I should know what I'm talking about. At least a little bit, you know, kind of. But I'd like to give you my full-on reaction, review, opinion, whatever. So I'm going to take you through the video, pausing and playing, telling you my reactions, my thoughts, my opinions, what's up with it, what's bad about it, and we'll try and figure out if this is real or not. It's been up for days, so I'm assuming if it was real, some sort of archaeological body should have stepped in by now. But obviously they're not going to waste their time on hoaxes on the internet, which are easy to fake. But that's what we're doing today. Very unexpected, but you know, just a general disclaimer, this is just for fun. I'm not trying to bash anyone or offend anyone. Also, I'm not a zoo archaeologist. I don't specialise in animal bones, so I couldn't tell you the ins and outs of formation of the skull and that. That's not a thing. That's not a thing I do. But I can give you my rough archaeologist's opinion, which is better than the opinions that have so far been given on it. So before I jump into the full-on reaction, I did do some background research on this skull. I tried to just find out about it, see what people were saying about it. No big archaeology company has spoken out on it because they're not going to waste their time on another fake skeleton hoax, you know? So I thought I might as well do it. If they're not going to step in, I'll do it. And just as a general standpoint when it comes to my thoughts on archaeology, I'm very open-minded. So for this video, I'm not sceptical of the creature, I'm sceptical of the skull that they have specifically found. See, I have this weird belief, right, that all creatures of myth and legend at one point did exist. Perhaps they don't exist anymore, perhaps they've gone extinct, but I do believe that at some point in time they actually exist. Just there's no evidence for them in the archaeological record. Maybe they were all outcompeted by humans or hunted by humans. And for this I mean like literally unicorns, yes, mermaids, vampires, werewolves, cyclopses, giants, every single mythological creature I believe has some sort of grain of truth to the legend that we just don't have in this day and age because humans are everywhere and we probably killed off everything cool about this planet because we don't know 100% of everything on our own planet right now. We've not even reached the bottom of the ocean yet, and there's stuff in like the Amazon rainforest, like whole species of animals that we haven't discovered. We don't know everything about our planet right now, so how can we say we know everything about our planet in the past? So I'm very open-minded when it comes to stuff like this, and the national animal of Scotland is actually the unicorn, so it must have existed. We wouldn't have picked an animal that doesn't exist. However, this is a TikTok. It's not the most reliable information, and we're gonna go for it. But the moral of that story, just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Which I'm sure somebody actually commented in the comments of this TikTok. I got a nice little recording screen set up. It was very difficult. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? I don't think you are. We found a unicorn while digging a garden. Okay, they've excavated, found it. Nice. They must just be builders or something because it's not like a proper excavation that this is on, they are just digging a garden. So I don't want to critique their excavation skills too much because they're not excavators, but also I'm gonna critique their excavation skills because they're not excavators. So far it just looks like a horse skull. Okay, using your hand to brush the dirt, fine. I mean, get a trowel in there, bruv. That could have really, I don't like the way you just poked that bit out, to be honest. I'm like, just take a wee bit of care, son. If you think you've got a unicorn skull, take care. Also, just came to me, how did you know it was a unicorn skull before you took the video? Your video in this whole process, how did you know that it was a unicorn skull? Surely you'd excavate it, be like, oh my god, a unicorn skull, and then take photos and videos and that and it'll be cool. But no, they filmed it from start to finish before they even knew that there was a horn attached. This is where we found the horn. Oh, no, I want to rewatch that little bit there. Look, oh, I'm dusting it. Oh, what's that? Dust away a bit more. No, I don't know, that's just like, that's so performative, man. Come on, at least try and make it convincing. Don't just pull it out the ground like that, my guy. Because how did you know that it was... We found an arrowhead through the eye socket. What? An arrowhead through the eye socket? Aye, okay, let me see it then. Oh aye, this bit's the arrowhead, by the way, in case you can't see. It looks like some form of lithic? Aye. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, it could be. But also, I'm looking at this arrowhead. Yeah, it's got the rounded bit here and then it comes straight through. Sorry, this bit keeps lighting up. I'm recording it on photos. It would have been attached to obviously an arrow, presumably of wood, which has since rotted away. But it doesn't even look like there's any way to attach it to something. I'll add some photos in so you can see the arrowheads that I'm familiar with. It still looks like a lithic something. Some sort of sharp cutting tool, yeah, but it's just... it's not convincing me. Nice wee photo of it with a matic, yeah, okay. See, what I get is these little, like, other horns here, these little sprouting bits, right? A lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, I looked it up, you can buy this off Amazon. You can buy a very similar plastic unicorn skull from Amazon, but it's not got those little ridges on it. It's very slightly different. The horn pattern's a bit different too. That doesn't mean this one's real though, it just means they didn't buy it off Amazon. It could have been bespoke made, they could have made it themselves. That theory's out the window. Like I said, I'm not a zoo archaeologist, so I can't tell you the ins and outs of like the formation of the face or whatever. That'll need to be one of my other archaeology pals to do that. If any of you are watching this and you want to take over, be my guest. The arrowhead through the eye is still very puzzling to me because like lithics and animal bones are not my forte. I mean, the lithic arrowhead's a nice touch, but it's making me, I'm like, really bro, really? Like the angle of it as well, of the arrowhead, it would literally have to be shot like this. And like if it's a horse, it's going to be pretty big. And also the conditions of your soil, if it was good enough to preserve the whole skull and the whole horn in pretty much complete tact from 60,000 years ago as you claim, where's the rest of it? Have you got the full skeleton? Is it just this? Why is it so angular at the top? There's just little things, like if you're gonna fake finding a unicorn, or if you're thinking about faking any sort of archaeological find, go all the way with it. Even if they were like, oh, we found the top plate, we think this might be part of a skull. That would be more believable to me. Or like a broken horn, right? The whole skull like this, with no other body attachments. Maybe they've just not dug that far yet, maybe they've not excavated it yet. But go big or go home, man. It's cool and all, but it's just, I need more information before I make a decision. And to do that, I'm gonna go on to the next TikTok. I've got all 3 of them saved. Okay, so far repeating the first video, no new evidence here. 24 hours later this showed up. Do you know how easy it is to change your own Wi-Fi name? Also, the FBI would not care about a unicorn skull. It'd be the British Museum, and they would be bashing down your door, taking it straight out of your hands. That's who you gotta look out for. Bloody UNESCO banging on your door. And for the people who say it's off Amazon, that's the one that I saw on Amazon. It's, as you can see, completely different. Also, look at this. Look at the join, right? I'll use this last photo to be honest. Look at the join of this to the skull. Does this not look like clay or something that someone has sculpted to make it join on? No? If it was fully bone, it would be just solid into this, right? It wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be all lumpy. Like genuine skulls for other animals, it's not like that. I don't know how else to describe it, but there's a very clear seam where the horn starts and the skull finishes. This looks literally like it's been stuck on with plasticine because you can kind of see all these little lines in that here, like finger marks. There's animals that exist that have horns coming out of their head. They don't join on like that. I mean, the photo's right there, might as well compare it. The actual seam of where a horn comes out of a skull looks more like this, and that goes for the majority. This, no comprendo. Also, half the video is a recap, and then them sitting with the skull. Like, take it inside, clean it. This is not what you do if you find a skull like this. Also, the FBI are not gonna care. You know what, let's go on to the third one. Cindel's going mad over there, I'm sorry if you can hear. I'm gonna move on to the third one. Okay, part 3. The more I'm sitting and analysing, I'm like, brother. On their account there is nothing other than this and a couple of like Call of Duty VODs or something. Sketchy, to say the least. No new... What? He's not gonna... If you ever find anything that's remotely archaeological, please, for the love of God, don't fucking put a hot rod on it. Please don't do that. Oh my god, why would you do that? A true archaeologist would get on their hands and knees and lick it and find out if it was bone. Yes, archaeologists do that. They also eat soil to find out the consistency and moisture and all that shite. Please do not take flaming hot rods and put them on stuff like this. Please do not do that if you ever find anything. Just lick it and then take it to the museum, because it belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum!
Oh, I don't like this one. I don't like this one at all. Okay, so this is all just recap of it being dug out, which again, I'm like, just show us it now. You don't need the constant recap. The hot needle test is used by many people to decide if something is bone, ivory or plastic. In my 4 years of study, we have never used a hot needle test. Slight smoke rising, something's burning. Oh, that makes me so uncomfortable. Even though it could be fake, it's making me so uncomfortable. I mean, this could be one of the things that it's like they set it up like this for a film or like an art project. Like it's been done before. I'm too overwhelmed by the fact that he's putting a flaming hot stick on archaeological material, to be honest. Just lick it, my guy. This just doesn't look like bone, whatever this bit is. What part of the skull is that? Because it doesn't look the same. It's this join that gets me. It doesn't look legit. What do you think it is? My guy, I think it's fake. Low key, I was kinda hoping that it would be real, but it's not. In my opinion, it's really not. These things are really easy to fake, especially because you're just seeing a video, you're not seeing the whole area, and you're not seeing all the people there, you don't know the context. If that was an actual unicorn skull that was found, it should have been left in context so actual archaeologists could come along and do all their doodads. You need to really get your hands on these things. I mean, I think it's fake. It's on TikTok. I have some questions for the people who dug it up. Where about in the world are you? Did you find the entire skeleton? Because that skull is in immaculate condition, my guy. The fact that the horn hasn't broken off or anything. If it's real, where is the rest of the body? Why haven't you reported it yet? Also, why are the FBI involved? It would be UNESCO at the most. Like I said, British Museum. They just snatch things. They'll take it. They'll take it. I can kind of see where they were going with it. It's a fun, like, oh, look what I found. It's been done before. Like, fake things like this happen all the time. And they're fake, you know? And this is just, I think this is the next one in a long line of fakeries. I'm sorry. I do believe in these kind of things, and I would so hope that one day we do get actual archaeological evidence for these things existing, like unicorns and vampires and werewolves and all that shit that I mentioned before. But this ain't it, chief. This ain't it. Wherever you got the skull from, don't know if they maybe made it themselves or they ordered it from some sort of special website. There's other ways to get stuff like this other than Amazon. Oh my god! My next door neighbour has recently had a child, and sometimes I hear him crying through the walls, because like the room's right through this wall, and sometimes I can hear him crying through the wall, and it scares the life out of me. Oh my Christ. Just like a phantom baby in my ear, and because I forget, like I've lived here so long, I'm not expecting to hear a baby cry.
The baby! Johnny! There is no baby!
So unfortunately I do think this is fake. I mean, people do use these things for clout and to promote different things like art galleries and films and stuff, and maybe it's one of them, I don't know. Horses still exist. You can find a skull. You can make a horn and attach it on. You can put coatings on things that are plastic to make them fireproof so that when you stab them with a fucking hot needle, they don't burn. There's ways to get around the questions that are being asked and convince people to think that they're real, and we're not gonna know until the British Museum swoop in there and take it off these guys' hands, as they are so good at doing, as history has proven. It looks pretty fake to me. I mean, the fact that it's on TikTok is pretty fake to me. I just think they should take it out the dirt, take it in the house, give it a wee wash just with some water and a wee soft sponge, do a completely 360 video of it and send it off to a museum. The museum will pay you, depending on where you are in the world, but the majority of places will pay you handsomely. If you've got a real unicorn skull in your hands, you will get paid so much in a finder's fee. You can make so much money if you just sell that to the museum, my guy. You'll be set for life. You'll never have to dig a garden again. Too long, did not read of the whole entire thing. I think it's fake. I'll keep an eye out for any more updates on that, and I will be sure to make another video and give you any updates on this. I have a feeling it's not going to be very fruitful, or it's going to be something else that has many layers and loopholes to it that just don't quite add up. Don't add up. But this TikTok has been on my mind all day, and now I've finally gotten it out there. So thank you very much for watching. I want to know your opinions on it. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? If you have any more insight, please send it my way. If you've read something elsewhere, perhaps by like a more trustworthy source than Lad Bible, send that my way and all, please, because I couldn't find it this morning. And other than that, I'm gonna go. As always, in the description box below there is links to all of my social media, my Sneak Elite referral code and my Discord. Please come along and join, say hello, chime in the conversation all about this, because it was Discord that started this off. It was Tasha who sent it into my Discord. Shout out to you, Tasha. And it's been on my mind all day. Thanks, Tasha. And if you're new here as well, please don't forget to subscribe. I just realised I've been forgetting to ask people to subscribe. But if you're new here, please subscribe. I put out videos every Tuesday. Not always archaeology related. Sometimes it's gaming. Sometimes it's doing stupid stuff to my hair. Sometimes it's just absolute rubbish. You won't know unless you subscribe. And ring the bell too. A ring-a-ding-ding. Okay, I'm gonna go now because I'm hungry. Thank you so much for watching. Mind and let me know your opinions in the comments. And as always, I will see you next Tuesday. Don't look at my hands because my tan is absolutely horrific. Bye bye.